What if an entire kingdom fell asleep because of one tiny prick of a finger? What if only true love could wake them after 100 years? This is not just a fairy tale. This is the story of Princess Seraphine and the curse that changed everything. Long ago, in the misty kingdom of Florin, joy filled the palace. The royal family was celebrating the birth of their baby daughter, Princess Seraphine. The halls were filled with music, light, and the smell of roses. Guests in fine clothes gathered, laughing and cheering. But just as the party reached its peak, the room fell silent. A dark fairy named Morgause had arrived, uninvited. Her cloak flowed like smoke, and her eyes burned with anger. She raised her hand and gave a terrifying curse. When the princess turns 16, she will prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall into an endless sleep. Only true love can break the spell, but not until 100 years have passed. Gasps filled the hall. The good fairies begged her to take back the curse. Morgause refused, but offered a small hope. After a century of sleep, love alone may wake her. Then she vanished. From that day on, fear took over the kingdom. The king ordered all spinning wheels destroyed, workers burned them, blacksmiths melted their parts. But it was not enough. Dark vines and glowing thorns began to grow around the palace. No tool could cut them. The more they tried, the stronger they grew. Princess Seraphine grew up safe, hidden inside the castle. She was kind and curious, and her heart longed to see the world beyond the walls. She studied healing, history, and courtly manners, but more than anything, she dreamed of freedom. On the morning of her 16th birthday, something strange happened. The palace was quiet. In the tallest tower, someone had placed a single spinning wheel, just as Morgause had warned. Seraphine felt drawn to it. She climbed the spiral stairs alone. Each step echoed like a drumbeat in a cave. She reached the room. There it was, a wooden spindle, glinting in the light. She touched it, a sharp pain in her finger. Her knees gave way. She fell, and everything went still. The vines outside thickened. Inside the palace, time froze. Servants stopped mid-step. Flames turned blue and cold. Seraphine lay in peaceful sleep, unmoving, untouched. The curse had begun. Time passed, but the castle stayed frozen. The world outside changed. New kingdoms rose, old ones vanished. People forgot about Princess Seraphine, or believed she was only a legend. But the castle remained, hidden behind a wall of glowing thorns. Many tried to reach it. Knights, scholars, and wanderers came. None succeeded. One day, a wise old hermit found a secret path beneath a sacred tree. He climbed the tower and found Seraphine. He kissed her forehead with a heart full of sorrow. But nothing happened. The curse held strong. Hermit left, and silence returned. Years turned to decades, decades to centuries, until one day a prince arrived. Prince Lucian was no ordinary man. He had studied the old songs and read the ancient runes. He believed the story was real. He found the glowing thorns. With each swing of his sword, he whispered promises of love and courage. The vines hissed and burned, but he kept going. By noon, he reached the tower. The wooden door opened as he spoke the ancient words, "True love's faith shall cleave the night and set the captive soul to light." There she was, Seraphine, sleeping, peaceful. He knelt beside her. He kissed her gently. For one breathless moment, the world stood still. Then, her eyes opened. Golden light swept through the halls. The thorns outside turned to ash. Flowers bloomed. Birds returned. The palace, once lost in time, was alive again. Seraphine took her first breath in 100 years. She saw the prince, smiled, and knew he was the one. The king and queen, once frozen by the curse, wept with joy. The fairies returned, showering petals like stars. The curse was broken, not by force, but by love. In the days that followed, the kingdom rebuilt. Windows were mended, gardens replanted, music played again. Seraphine and Lucian walked the halls hand in hand. Their love wasn't just the end of the curse, it was the beginning of something new. And every moonlit night, they told their story to children gathered at their feet. Even the darkest spell, they said, can be undone by love that never gives up.